YouTube, what's good? Back again with another vlog, and this is going to be episode 9 in the relationship etiquette series. Um, this vlog, I wanted to do an update to an earlier episode in the series, which I called Respect. Every now and then, I'll review my channel and I'll go over some of the original content that I previously uploaded, and I'll either find holes in the content that can be better explained, or there will be a certain dualism um, within that episode that I wanted to break down further. So, the point of this series is to kind of give a breakdown of each facet within the relationship construct, and then each individual facet I'll try to um, kind of open up and break it down so that we can see what purpose it serves. So you'll have what I call foundational pieces in the relationship, and then you'll have kind of the peripheral um, pieces that are meant to kind of connect all the other pieces. So everything should be interconnected into a completely woven pattern, and that's supposed to make up the entire construct of uh, what, in my opinion, the relationship is made up of. So when I was going over the original episode of Respect, I started thinking. And I said, there really is a dualism that exists between um, respect for that each party has for the other party within the relationship, and then there's a certain respect level for the relationship itself. And I think initially in the original episode, Respect, I really just touched on what it means to have respect for that other person that you're dealing with in that relationship. In this episode, which I'm going to call Respect for Each Other versus Respect for the Relationship, I really want to hone in on what I mean when I say respect for the relationship. Pardon me. And here's why I felt it was important to do that. I'm constantly engaging in dialogue with people, um, whether those people be friends of mine, however close, or um, intermittent the connection is or the conversations happen. And people in passing that really aren't friends or even associates that I just randomly run into and somehow end up in these in depth conversations with. It's all for the betterment of um, my learning and strengthening my ability to relate to people. And I feel that's my job. I feel it's everyone's job to be better at relating. It's what I feel we're all ultimately here for. Um, so, having respect for a partner in a relationship comes into play when we touch on, like in the episode, cheating. Um, you want to have a healthy respect for your partner so as to prevent things like cheating and being cheated on. But then, in talking to other people, I started hearing, some of the reasons people give for cheating. Things like, well, I cheated because I felt like my needs weren't being met, or I cheated because I felt like that person had done something to me, and I kind of felt I need to get even with them, or get back at them so they could feel what I felt, or any of the things that are really excuses that we hear for why people have cheated or the people who were cheated on. They kind of give account of what they were told um, as to what reasons existed for why they were cheated on. And I started to realize there really are two different types of people when it comes to relationships and when it comes to cheating. There are people who never cheat. There are people who will let their relationship disintegrate so much to the point where they will leave the relationship before they will cheat. And then you have people who any little thing can cause them to stray from their partner, but still remain in that relationship. And, as I said before in the cheating episode, there can be many reasons why a person will cheat, reasons as in cause and effect. A lot of those reasons can really be classified as excuses, and then some of them could really just be because people have no home training and they just don't give a fuck what they do to people. Um, but as it pertains to the people who don't cheat versus the people who choose to cheat, um, there are certain people who, no matter what you do to them in the relationship, I mean, they could catch you cheating red handed, they could see you doing it, or they could hear about it after the fact, or they could find evidence that speaks to some type of infidelity having occurred. And those people, will find out about it, but not initially leave the relationship, may stay in the relationship, try to make it work, may eventually end up leaving, but those people will never um, actually engage in any type of retaliatory action, such as cheating or anything that could be considered cheating. And I felt the need to single out those people because those are the people who I'd like to label as people who have respect for the relationship. When you're a victim of cheating, someone has cheated on you in some kind of way, shape, or form, however you define cheating, um, you naturally lose respect for that person. It's unavoidable. Someone breaks your trust, someone's disloyal to you, and and you've been nothing but loyal to them, and you're all about the relationship being successful, and they cheat on you. It's going to inevitably cause you to lose respect for them. Can't be avoided. It is what it is. It's just a natural occurrence of things. Someone cheats on you, you lose respect for them, and it's very hard to get that respect back. Just like I touched on trust in one of my previous episodes in this series, as being like a natural resource, like a fossil fuel, something that you can't regenerate. Well, respect is the same thing, and respect is one of the most um, sensitive um, aspects in a relationship. Once you lose that, it's almost impossible. Just like trust, it's like a fossil fuel. It's almost impossible to regenerate that trust for a person. I mean, what it would take for a person to gain trust back from someone that they have damaged that trust with and that respect with. It's almost impossible. The two kind of go hand in hand. Without respect, there can be no trust, and without trust, there's not going to be any respect. But me losing respect for you, the person I'm in the relationship with, can be, I mean, all the way to the point where I literally have no respect for you. But if my moral compass and if my core beliefs um, lead me to value the relationship, as in the relationship construct, what relationship stands for, what the value of it is, there's very few things that could cause me to lose respect for the relationship. So I can be with a person, and that person can do things to me over the course of that relationship that would cause me to lose trust in them, that would cause me to lose respect for them. But if I'm a person who values relationships, and I'm a person who believes in relating and those types of relationships, and I feel that somewhere out there is a person for me who will not do any of the things that go against what I think it means to be in a successful relationship, then that's what is considered me having respect for relationships. And it's very hard to lose. It can be lost, but it usually takes years and years and repeated failed relationships in order to start to lose respect for the relationship itself as a general concept of relationships. But even then, when that respect is lost, it's never lost all at once. Hope dies hard. Um, so for the people who give excuses like, "Oh, you did this to me, so that's why I cheated on you," but I love you still. It was just I couldn't get over what you did, or I was just so angry, I was lost, I was insecure. All of the bullshit reasons that people give for cheating, those are the people that you can um, very fairly say they don't have respect for relationships, the relationship itself. Because a person could lose respect for you because of something you did, but having an overall respect for the relationship itself, the belief of that relationship, um, because it's a hard thing to lose hope in, um, that will 9 times out of 10 keep a person from doing something reckless just for the sake of doing it or just because they felt slighted in some way. Um, so it doesn't need to be long. It's really just an update. I just wanted to clarify and differentiate the difference between what having respect for the other party you're in a relationship with and the person you're relating with, and then having, pardon me, and then having respect for the relationship itself. There's a difference. But let me know what you guys think. I don't pretend to know everything, but I do know a little about a little. So let's discuss it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.